evening. Welcome to the Town of Newmarket optional town meeting. My name is Chris Hawkins. I'm the town moderator. And for a very brief preview, review the information for tonight's first session of the optional town. Describe the contact information to provide questions or comments. Read each one of the articles. We'll have a presentation. Town manager or the chair of the town council as they deem best. And then we will briefly review the information about contacting the council with questions and concerns going forward. But our first order of business, as always, is the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. So to the inhabitants of the town of Newmarket, county of Rockingham, and the state of New Hampshire, qualified to vote in town affairs, you are hereby notified that due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic and in accordance with House Bill 1129, the Newmarket Town Council will use optional town meeting procedures in the 2021 annual town meeting. There will be no deliberative session in 2021. Instead, the town council will hold 2 virtual informational sessions followed by a voting session at which voters may vote at polls that will include drive-up voting. The first session, informational session, which is tonight, the town council will hold the first virtual informational session on January 27th at 7 p.m., which is here and now. Residents may watch on local channel 13 or via Zoom at https://zoom.us/j/9117025-727 or by calling 1-646-558-8656, meeting ID 9117025-727. During the first informational session, the town council will outline the optional town meeting procedures and then review the warrant and explain the articles. After this session, the public may submit questions and comments on the articles by email at townmeeting@newmarketnh.gov, by mail addressed to Town Meeting Comments, 186 Main Street, Newmarket, New Hampshire 03857, by phone 603-659-3617, extension 1301, or you may drop off comments at Town Hall in the drop box in the side of the building. All comments, regardless of the form and format submitted, must include your name and address so that we can confirm that they are coming from Newmarket residents, and comments must be February 2nd at noon. The second informational session will be held on February 2nd at 7 p.m. Residents may watch on local channel 13 or via Zoom at the same Zoom address I provided earlier, or by calling 1-646-558-8656, meeting ID 9117025727. At this time, the town council will review all comments submitted and deliberate any changes suggested by these comments. The council will then finalize the warrant with any amendments in the council's discretion. The town shall make the final warrant available electronically for printing by voters to be brought to the voting session. Second session, the voting session, you will be notified to meet for the second session of the annual town meeting to be held at the Newmarket Town Hall in Newmarket on the 9th of March, 2021. That's a Tuesday. At 7 o'clock in the forenoon. The polls are open from 7 a.m. and may not close prior to 7 p.m. to vote in person or through drive-up procedures, to elect town officers by official ballot, and to vote by official ballot on the following articles with amendments made after the second virtual informational session. And all this information is available on the town website, including the details of how to contact the council with questions or comments. So Article T1 is, do you approve the optional town meeting procedures used only in 2021 due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic? This is recommended unanimously by the town council. Article T2 is to choose the following officers for the coming year: 2 town councilors for terms of 3 years each, 2 town councilors for terms of 2 years each, 3 municipal budget committee members for a term of 3 years, 2 municipal budget committee members for a term of 2 years, 1 municipal budget committee member for a term of 1 year, 2 planning board members for terms of 3 years each, 1 town clerk tax collector for a term of 3 years, and 1 trustee of the trust funds for a term of 3 years. And I believe the period to apply for offices is through Friday. Through Friday, close of business. Is the office open for that purpose? Okay. The town clerk's office Friday from 3 to 5 to accommodate anyone who wants to sign up at the last minute. Article T3, to see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $1 million gross budget for the purpose of design and construction of stormwater improvements along New Road, including roadway repairs as required. This is referred to as the project. That will qualify the town for federal and state funds, and to authorize the issuance of general obligation bonds or notes of the town in accordance with the provisions of the Municipal Finance Act, New Hampshire RSA 33:1 and following, as amended, in the amount of up to $1 million, and further to authorize the town council to issue, negotiate, sell, and deliver such bonds or notes, and to determine the interest rate thereon, and the maturity and other terms thereof, and further to authorize town officials to apply for, obtain, and accept federal, state, or other aid, grants, or other funds, if any, which may be available for the project, and use such funds to reduce the amount of bonds or notes issued, or to pay debt service on the bonds or notes, and to participate in the State Revolving Fund, SRF, under RS 86:14, established for this purpose, and to authorize the town to take any other action or to pass any other vote relative thereto. It is anticipated that the town will receive up to $100,000 in principal forgiveness from the State Revolving Fund Loan Program. It is the intention of the town that debt service on the bonds or notes shall be paid for by general taxation. 3/5 majority vote required, recommended unanimously by the Budget Committee and by the Town Council. Will we have a presentation on this article, Mr. Town Administrator?
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. The New Road Improvement Project has been on the plans for years. Currently, we are working to upgrade the water lines from Exeter Road to Youngs Lane. This would actually replace the aging stormwater lines along the same area to reduce flooding. We'd receive a $1 million loan from the Revolving State Loan Fund. $100,000 with forgiveness is approved. There would be other grants available. For example, part of the water bond that was passed last year, they received a $500,000 grant from CDFA, and we would also apply for grants to offset this even further. However, we can't do so until such time as the loan is approved. This loan would have a 6-cent impact on the tax rate. One this year, in the years past, the charter reads that it requires 2/3 majority vote for bond articles. The RSAs were changed by the legislature that council form of government are all 3/5 now. So we were informed by bond council that it's now a 3/5 vote versus 2/3. It's been recommended by the town council by a vote of 7-0 and recommended by the budget committee unanimously 11-0.
Thank you, Mr. Fournier. Article T4, to see if the town will raise and appropriate as an operating budget, not including appropriations by special warrant articles, the amounts set forth on the budget posted with the warrant or as amended by vote of the first session for the purposes set forth therein, totaling $13,729,433. Should this article be defeated, the default budget shall be $13,492,581, which is the same as last year, with certain adjustments required by previous action of the town or by law, or the town council may hold one special meeting to take up the issue of a revised operating budget only. If passed, it is estimated that passage of this article will amount to $6.50 of the tax rate, which is an 18-cent increase the previous year. If the article is defeated, the default budget will amount to $6.26, which is a 5-cent decrease over the previous year. Majority vote required. Recommended unanimously by the Budget Committee and by the Town Council. Mr. Fournier.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. As was mentioned, the Town Council and Budget Committee are recommending a budget of $13,729,433, for an increase of 3.75%. The proposed budget increase is $496,266. $93,553 is for an increase is going to enterprise funds, which is water and sewer, which is not paid through general taxation. The general fund is seeing an increase of $278,448, and special revenue funds, which include solid waste, the recreation revolving fund in the library, would see an increase of $124,264. As we mentioned, the general fund budget is $8,769,292. The special revenue is $1,449,315, and the enterprise funds is $3,510,826. So where's the increase going? We're seeing a $19,549 increase in health insurance. We're seeing $33,326 increase in contributions. We're seeing $78,935 increase in police salaries, which was a contractual obligation from a vote a few years ago. We're seeing $10,000 increase in Department of Public Works overtime, $26,000 increase in fire department part-time salaries. We're seeing a large increase in solid waste with $70,000 going to recycling contract and $35,000 for solid waste disposal contract, an additional $19,000 in construction debris. These are our contributions to capital reserve funds. I will put these online. We just don't need to read them all right now. But we are seeing a 7% reduction in contribution to capital reserve funds. The next is a revenue budget. We are proposing a revenue budget of $7,530,644, which would offset general taxation. We are seeing a slight increase in motor vehicle registrations as well as building permits. And we will be withdrawing some funds from fund balance, about $500,000, to offset the contribution to capital reserve funds. So finally, this next slide is an estimate only using data as we have today. If you take the $13,729,433, you subtract the revenues that I just mentioned of $7,530,644, $1,000 for overlay, which is abatements, and then add an additional $160,000 for war service credits. The net town appropriation is $6,378,709. You divide that by $981,517,373, which is the town valuation, and then multiply by 1,000, you get to the tax rate of $6.50. And just a comparison between the default budget and our proposed budget. As we said, the default budget would be $13,492,581. Mr. Moderator.
Thank you, Mr. Fournier. Okay, and that is the final article for our consideration this evening. And before we take any other action, I just want to remind people quickly that there will be that there are opportunities between now and February 2nd at noon for folks to submit questions, comments, concerns regarding the warrant articles by email, townmeeting@newmarketnh.gov, by mail at 186 Main Street, Newmarket, New Hampshire, addressed to town meeting comments, by phone 65117, extension 1301, or you can drop off your comments in written form at Town Hall in the drop box inside of the building. Please include your name and address so we know it's coming from a Newmarket resident. And there will be a second informational session on February 2nd at 7 p.m., at which point the council will take up any comments that are submitted relative to the warrant articles. And all that being said, is there any further business that may come before the meeting at this time? Seeing none, adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Thank you. Councilor Weinstein, those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed? Thank you very much for your time and attention, and we look forward to seeing everybody on February 2nd. Thank you.